everyone, welcome back to my channel today. Today's video, as you can tell, we are doing a easy, quick, last minute New Year's Eve glam look. And let me tell you, this is very, very different than any New Year's Eve glam looks that I usually see. I usually see like very like lots and lots of glitter or like dramatic smoky eyes and stuff. But this is something that I would wear on New Year's Eve. I like more of the natural glam and like the softer romantic tones. And it's quick and easy to do. So before we get into this tutorial, make sure to click that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up if you are excited for the new year. And I also want to say real quick, if you don't stay till the end of the video, I hope that you guys all have an amazing New Year's Eve and make sure to stay safe. Remember, don't drink and drive. And also, like I say later on in the video, every drink that you have, if you're over 21, for every drink that you have, make sure you drink a glass of water. Hydrate while you're partying. So yeah, I hope you guys all have a great New Year's Eve, and let's go ahead and get into this tutorial. I already primed my face with my primer oil from Smashbox. If like the last time that you guys saw this, it was all the way up here and now it's here. I can see myself repurchasing this very soon in the near future, but I love it. It's absolutely amazing. Next up, I'm gonna be trying out this new primer from Smashbox. I really like that one, so I'm like, let's try out some more primers from them. So I'm trying out the pore minimizing one. As you guys know, I love my Cover FX, but I figured let's go ahead and give this one a try. I'm gonna place this everywhere where I have really big pores. Feels good. And it's not balling up either, which is really good. For my foundation today, I'm gonna go into my trusty Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus foundation because this is New Year's. You want your foundation to last all night, and this one I know will last me all night if I went dancing or if I was out all night. Like, it needs to last for hours and it needs to stay matte, so that is why I'm using these. I mixed the shades 30 and 35. So I'm just gonna dot this on my face and then I'm going to apply it with my Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush. This is my favorite brush to apply my foundation with because it goes on so beautifully, and then I just tap it out with my beauty blender to clear up any like streaking or just to kind of pick up any excess product. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go right into concealer and just kind of like bake the face while we're doing the eyes. And I'm gonna go into my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer because I know I can trust this stuff and I love it, especially because it's dry too. And this one is really good if you have dry skin. So I have the shades Vanilla and Chantilly. Vanilla has a little bit more of a pinky tone to it, so I'm actually going to apply this one first. I'm gonna apply it just in an upside down triangle underneath the eye, down the bridge of the nose, up into the forehead, because I want everything to be even. I don't want to just be like white underneath my eyes and not everywhere else. I'm gonna take Vanilla right here, or Chantilly, and I'm gonna add a little bit of Chantilly on the outer parts. That will help lift up the eye. And then a little bit in all the places. There we go. I can never make it look super pretty. Everyone makes it like look so cool and pretty, and mine is just a mess, but whatever, it blends out to be the same thing. So I'm just gonna blend that out with my beauty blender. All right, so now it's time to bake the face, so that way everything stays put all night long. And I'm using the Too Faced Ethereal Powder. I think I say that right. I think someone corrected me the last time I said it. I don't know how you say it, but it's just this powder right here. And I use it with my Sigma F87 brush. It's my favorite brush to bake with. I even gave my mom that extra one. It was funny. I wrapped it up as one of her presents. I was like, here you go, Mom. I'm gonna place this powder wherever I put that concealer. Then next up, I'm gonna go into my Too Faced brush and I'm gonna just put a little bit on my brush and I'm just going to dust this everywhere else. Because I don't wanna bake everywhere else, but I do have to, I put it down here because I need to set it. Because my skin, because I'm like a little bit self-tanned right now and my face does not match the rest of my body. So yeah, so I would put it everywhere else, but I don't like baking with it everywhere else. But this also allows like my bronzer and everything to go on a lot better. If I put bronzer right on top of foundation, it doesn't move and it kind of gets really muddy and very splotchy. So I just put a nice light coverage everywhere. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera really quick, but I'm just gonna use shade 2 from the Benefit. You guys already know what I use all the time. And then I top it off with shade 3 from the Gimme Brow right here. So I'll be right back. All right, so now that I have my brows done, I'm gonna go ahead and dust off this powder because I don't wanna bake too long. I'm using that Laura Mercier shade 1, their Candle Glow Sheer Powder. I really like this because it brings a really pretty like luminosity to like underneath the eyes, and it's just very youthful looking. So I've been doing this like non-stop. I love it. All right, so now just going right into the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and prime my lid so that way my eyeshadow stays on all night long. And I'm using the Sigma Persuade eyeshadow base. I love it, dude. You can see I put like a dent in this thing, like a massive dent. And I'm using the Sigma P82 brush. So I'm just gonna pop this on my lids. So it really evens out the eyelids too. So I like that. It reminds me of MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Like it seems like a complete dupe. I don't know which one's cheaper. Probably this one. Then I'm gonna drink some water because you know you gotta hydrate because you're gonna be drinking all night. For all my tips, if for everyone who's over age of 21 and you're drinking on New Year's Eve, this is my tip that I've learned over the years. I had very crazy college years. You know, I went to Santa Barbara. I know how it goes. The one thing I've learned that I do now every single time that I drink is every single drink I have, I drink 1 bottle of water. You hydrate as you go and you won't feel as sick the next day. And you can drink more. So everyone, every single drink that you have tonight, you drink 1 glass of water or 1 bottle of water. After every drink you have, trust me. It will be a lifesaver for you tomorrow. All right, so for my look today, I'm not entirely sure what I want to go for, but I do want to center it around these new Tarte products. These are their chrome paint shadow pots and they are beautiful. Here are the 4 ones that I have, and the one that I'm going to use today, and shout out to the people that saw that vlog when this thing, like one of them, I opened them up and it went like all over the place because it broke. So sad. But the one I'm gonna use today is called Top Yacht. And this is what it looks like right here. It is absolutely stunning. I wanna go for more of a wearable, something that I'm going to be wearing for New Year's Eve. Like this is probably the look I'm gonna be creating, but this is just stunning on the lids. Like look at that. That will be so gorgeous on the lids because you want to play with glitter, but I also want to keep it fairly neutral so that way it's a little bit more wearable for me. I'm not like, I love the dramatic looks, but when I go out, I like to be a little bit more neutral and glam. So first off, I want to go ahead and set that eyeshadow base. So I'm going to go into a crew right here to set my eyeshadow base. And this is the Bare Minerals, the Hidden Treasure palette. This is that new one they did for the holidays. I love their eyeshadows. They are very they just glide right on. And they're very silky. All right, so I wanna do more of a mauve-y shadow in the crease. So let me grab a brush real quick. I'm gonna grab this new one. I got one of the Smith brushes, you guys. This is the Smith 232, and oh my God, it is so good. It is so good. So we're gonna go into this Tarte holiday one. I forgot what this one's called. I don't know what this one is called, but it looks like this, and I'll have it linked down below. I'm gonna go into Euphoria right here. This is the shade. I really want like more of a kind of pinker, rosier shade for my transition. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this into my crease. You can just see that pigmentation, and this brush just places it so nicely and blends everything out beautifully. I wanna get more of them. They're so good. All right, so that one is pretty, but I wanna add a little bit more pink, and this is the shade that I keep going to. Like I go back to this one almost every day now whenever I do a look similar to this. This is that one from Maybelline. It's the Gigi Hadid one. I believe they've already have one that is just like this, but they just put Gigi Hadid on this packaging. So I'm sure you can find, I'm gonna look for it. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But I can probably find the cheaper option, or I think this one might even be on sale now. But I'm gonna go into this shade right here, and I'm actually going to just pop that one on top of that lash shade that I did just to add a little bit more pink to it. Just because I want a very like kind of romantic glam New Year's Eve look. I feel like everyone goes for the classic smoky eyes and stuff and like more the dramatic. But for me, these are the ones that I like. I love kind of a more romantic glam. So you can see that now it's just adding a little bit more pinkiness to it, and that's what I wanted. God, this brush is so good. All right, so I know I'm gonna be adding another crease shade because I have to do something a little bit deeper in the outer corner for my eyelids. It just always looks a little bit better, but we're gonna go ahead and pop on the Top Yacht And this is so pretty. It's just like gorgeous, like cream champagne. So I'm just using my finger. I'm just gonna pat it on with my lid. Oh my God, look how gorgeous that is. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna grab my cream color brush from Sigma. And you know what? We're gonna use some Max Fix Plus. Oh, that gives it like a really pretty wet look. All right, so you can just see how pretty that looks on the eyes. I'm going to dust a little bit of that fallout away. It really wasn't much fallout, but there was a tiny bit. And it's just dusting right away. Boom. All right, so you can stop right here and go right into your winged liner, but I'm actually going to add just a little bit more definition to this outer part just because it looks better for my eyes. Like, I just like the way that it looks. So I'm gonna go back into this palette and I'm gonna go into Festival. And Festival, as you can see, is just kind of a cooler tone. So it's gonna still create definition, but it's not gonna be too dramatic. So I wanna see how this looks, and if I want to go a little bit deeper, then I'm going to go into Genie. But I'm just going to use my E54 brush, and I love this one for my crease because it's really easy for me to turn it sideways and just to get right there perfectly, precisely in the crease. All right, so I'm gonna just stop it right here because I really like that color. It's still very soft, but it still created that definition that I needed for those eyes. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go into my wing real quick. I'm gonna be using my Maneater Tarte one. I actually really like this one. It has that brush tip applicator to where it doesn't, like, it's not stiff like the felt tips are. So I really like that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my eyes with this real quick. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my lashes and my mascara. So for my top lashes, I'm gonna put the Maneater mascara on, and then I'm also going to apply the EYELURE KRAZYRAYRAY lashes. These are my favorite lashes. I also trim them. These ones are brand new, so I need to trim them a little bit. So I will be right back with those on. Okay, so lashes are on. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the color on the bottom. I'm gonna go back into the Gigi Hadid one, and I'm gonna go back into that same shade right there. And I'm just going to place this on my bottom lash line. Now I'm gonna go back into Euphoria, which was that shade that we also put into the crease, and I'm gonna focus this one on the outer parts. Next up, I'm gonna go into Festival, which was the shade that we used to deepen up that crease, and I'm just going to place this really close to my bottom lash line. I'm gonna use my Makeup Geek Nude Full Spectrum Eyeliner Pencil. This just really opens up the eyes. And then for my bottom mascara, I'm gonna use the Gigi Hadid Lash Sensational. This is that Maybelline one, they just repackaged it. This is actually on sale at Ulta though right now. I'm gonna take this shadow right here from that same little palette. It's this cream one. And I'm going to pop that, or why do I always say pop? I'm gonna place that in the inner corner, just to brighten up the eyes a little bit more. All right, so for bronzer today, I'm gonna be using my trusty, I use this one all the time, I'm sorry, I need to use something else, but this is my favorite, the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Bronzer. And I've been seeing so many of your guys' comments saying that they're bringing this back. So when they bring that back, get your hands on it. I know I'm gonna purchase myself a backup because it's limited edition. But I love it. It's like the perfect shade of bronze, and I'm using my MAC 135 brush for this. And then I'm gonna go into that Too Faced one, and I'm just going to blend it out. Next up, I'm gonna go into the Kevyn Aucoin brush, and I love this one. I'm gonna use this to do my nose. I don't really contour my nose. I just put a little bit of bronzer, whoa, on each side, just to add some dimension so it doesn't look so flat. And then I take my Sigma brush and I just blend it out. All right, so blush, I'm gonna be trying out this new one from Tarte. This is that Blush Bliss. This is their Tarte palette that they usually sell at Sephora. Is this Sephora? No, actually, I think this one is from Ulta. Sorry about that. I think this one's from Ulta. So I'm gonna use this today, and I'm gonna use my Smith brush. This is the 118. I'm loving this one for bronzer or for blush. It works beautifully for both. I'm gonna go into the shade right here. This one is called Genuine. So just this one, a little bit more neutral. Hopefully this comes out more neutral on me. We'll see. If it's pinky, it's okay, because that will look good with this look. But like I was saying with the other one, I was like, they just all start looking very pink on me. That one's pretty. And you know what? This one goes really well with that transition shade that we used. So I'm just going to press this on. But If you guys can see what I was saying, it's very corally. It's a really pretty coral shade. And then going back into this one, I use this to blend everything out. I feel like this is turning into like a Tarte tutorial right now. I was gonna use that new Tarte highlighter that I bought from the holiday sets, but I was like, I'm using a lot of Tarte. So instead, I'm gonna go into this Urban Decay one that I bought. This is that Afterglow. And I'm gonna go into No Angel because I'm a little bit on the fair side right now. And I'm just going to pop. Oh, that's pretty. That is pretty, yes. You know, if you want to amplify this look too, is that you can always go in with a glitter and put it on the lids as well to amplify that shade. But I just love looks like this a little bit more. Something soft and romantic looking. I remember I went to a Christmas party with my parents and my mom was looking at me across the room. She's like, you have your nose highlight very, very highlighted today. Like it's very bright. And I'm like, probably. That is gorgeous. This one's really pretty. I also really like Cliche right here. I would use this one when I'm a little bit more darker, like a little bit more self-tan. That one is also very beautiful right there. For lips today, I'm gonna be going into one of these shades. I was swatching them on my hand. It's from that new little set that Hourglass Cosmetics had. These are their new lipsticks that they have. And the one that I'm gonna go into today is going to be the shade True Love Means. I'm going to go ahead and place this one on my lips. This one is a little bit more pinkier. All right, so this is the lip color. This is a really pretty lip color. I like how natural it is. It's like a perfect like pinky nude. Those are like some of my favorites. And let me just tell you, this is a very kind of natural glam look for New Year's Eve. Very different than anyone else does. All right, so here is the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. It's really quick and easy. We even tried out some new products. I was really impressed with that Tarte palette. Like surprisingly, usually the Tarte palettes for the holidays, like all the holiday kits never do very well, but that one, for the colors that I used, I liked it. And I hope that you all have an amazing New Year's Eve with your family. You guys remember, don't party too hard, and if you drink, you don't drive. You call Uber, or you call Lyft, or you call your mom, or your dad, or your friends that aren't drinking. So just make sure you stay safe, and I will see you guys in the new year. Bye.